Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to Copper Jacket TV. It's amazing to me how far technology has come these days. You just keep seeing improvement after improvement, and over the past 40 years, it's amazing where we have come. Now, when I talk to you about electronic hearing protection, the first thing you probably think about is something like this, right? An electronic earmuff has a microphone on either side, battery on either side, speakers on the inside so you can hear the ambient noise and adjust the volume up and down. This is what most people think of when they think of electronic hearing protection. But now, electronic hearing protection can be as small as this. This little box right here, which is actually a rechargeable charging case, is housing two M20s from Earmor, which is by Opsman, and these are earbud electronic hearing protection devices. Absolutely incredible how small the technology has come. So that's what we're going to be taking a look at today. Let's get to it. This channel is proud to be sponsored by the USCCA. I myself have been a member for the past 5 years now, and USCCA is an extremely valuable membership to keep in your wallet that provides you with self-defense liability insurance, a concealed carry reciprocity map, online education and training, and so much more. They even offer spousal benefits as well. So definitely check it out. USCCA will be linked down below. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about the Earmor M20s. Now, for reference, I've had these things just for a couple weeks, not really that long. I've taken them out 3 times, and during those 3 sessions, I racked up about 18 hours of use out of them. So long enough for me to be able to get an opinion that I can share with you. Now, the Earmor M20s are really nice earbuds. These things work really well. They're extremely clear. The speaker sounds good. The microphone's obviously picking things up very clearly. And I'm impressed with them so far. But the first thing I want to talk about is actually the case. So before we get to the actual earbuds, we're going to talk about the case. It's not just a protective case. When I first heard about these and I first saw them, I thought it was just like a little Pelican-style case. But this case actually contains a battery, and that battery charges these earbuds while they're in here. And this entire case is rechargeable. So basically, you plug it in through USB-C in the back right here, and then you charge up the case, and the case will allow you to charge these earbuds multiple times. So even if your earbuds die and you're out in the middle of nowhere and you don't have a way to plug into USB, that's fine. Just drop them in the case and they'll start charging. It's also a really nice case. It has a nice, pretty large latch, as you can see in the front right there. Open it up, clear on the top, and you can see our 2 earbuds. The reason that it's clear is because there are 2 red indicator lights, 1 light on each earbud, that lets you know that they are on, that lets you know that they're charging, and kind of gives you that information. So you can see that with this case closed. Another thing is the battery life indicator of the box itself is located right in between the earbuds right here. So you have these 4 or 5 white lights that light up when the case itself is charging. So there's information that you need to gather through lights through the case, and that's why it's clear on top. But it also looks really nice, kind of a smoky gray color right there. But the case is really nice. Got a little spot for a lanyard right there, so you can kind of hang it off something if you need to, or just kind of keep it on you. And it allows us to put our earbuds inside. And the earbuds are great too. Now, if you guys are interested, I will put a link to where you can find these on Amazon down below. That's probably the best price that I found on them. And believe it or not, they're just about the same price as standard electronic earmuffs. They didn't jack up the price. And in some cases, they're actually less expensive. So again, if you want more information, check the description box. Now, before we go any further, in full transparency, these were sent to the channel. I don't know by who. I never got a notification. Nobody ever said, hey, try these out and let us know what you think. They just showed up one day, and it didn't even have a name on it. So I assume Opsman sent them, but again, I don't know because I never asked for them, and nobody ever told me they were coming. So since I have them, might as well use them, might as well give you guys a review. So that's why I think they were sent by Opsman. Maybe they just assumed I would review them. Now, while we have this here, let me go ahead and show you guys what else you get in the box. So one of the first things you're going to see is going to be these earpieces right here. These are 3 different types of sized and styled earpieces. So if you have a larger ear canal, you want to switch out what came with them. If you have a smaller ear canal, you can go ahead and switch out for the different adapters right there. So it's basically an entire bag of adapters. These are foam adapters right here. So we have the kind of rubberized adapters, and then we also have foam adapters. So whatever's most comfortable for you, they give you those adapters, and then a lanyard to connect the two together. There's a little notch on there where you can add a lanyard. So if you need to take these things out and just kind of string them around the back of your neck, this lanyard will help you do that. So you do get some extra stuff in the box, plus your earbuds. And with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at the earbuds themselves. So basically, you just pop these things out of the case. They're fairly small. They're extremely lightweight. And when you put these things in your ear, I'm telling you right now, it feels like they're not even there. I mean, you can tell they're there. It's nice and quiet, and you can, definitely feel them, but they're so lightweight that it doesn't really weigh you down. You don't think like you have these big pieces of hearing protection in your ear or anything like that. Here on the box, you can actually see the little metal connectors, and then on the bottom of them, you can see the corresponding metal connector right there. That's what's going to charge it. So you basically just take it, drop it in the box, find the right angle there, drop it in that box, and it'll start charging it up right there. So let's go ahead and zoom in just a little bit so you guys can get a closer look, and we'll talk about more about what these things are, how they work, and what they do. Okay, so here's a closer look at the M20s. Let's go ahead and talk about some of the tech specs and how these things work. So here you can see we have kind of a traditional 3-cup design that goes inside of your ear canal right there. Again, there's different sizes. There's some larger sizes right here and some really small sizes. So you can kind of get a custom fit. Plus there's other adapters that you can put on it as well to make sure that you have exactly what's going to work for you. Now, the 3-cup design, the first time I saw them, I immediately thought of the 3M earplugs that either have finished the lawsuit or they're currently experiencing a lawsuit because people were still having hearing loss and tinnitus and all sorts of hearing problems because they didn't work well. For these, in the amount of time that I've used them, I haven't heard any ringing or anything like that. I haven't had to take them out, replace them with foam plugs, or put other ear muffs on top of these. These seem to work just fine, and that's with everything that I've used them with, and that includes some stuff that's compensated that typically is significantly louder than something that's uncompensated. So for me, they seem to be fine. The noise reduction rating on these is going to be 22 decibels. Okay, so now let's go ahead and talk about how these things work. So you'll notice that there's a button on top of each one. This button, single button, controls the power on, the power off, and the volume up and down. So if you want to turn the power on, all you have to do is simply hold down that button for a couple seconds, and you'll hear an audible beep in your ear. I'll go ahead and I'll hold this by the microphone, see if you guys can hear that. So that is the power on sound that you'll get inside your ear. It's not super loud. It's nothing that's gonna be too loud for you right there. And then you go ahead, you turn the other one on the same way. You simply hold it down, and then it's on. Now, in order to adjust the volume, you simply just tap that button. Each time you tap that button, it's going to give you a little audible noise in your ear, letting you know that the volume's going down or up. And you'll notice because the tone of, or the volume of the tone that you hear in your ear will go down or up. So that's going to either increase or decrease the volume in your ear. And they're pretty good. They don't get super loud. It's nothing, nothing super crazy. Like I've owned some ear muffs in the past that get so loud that they kind of shock you. I don't notice that with these. It seems to get loud enough where you can hear things just fine, but at the same time doesn't get too loud where it's going to blow out your eardrums, which is good for something like this. The way that you put these in your ear is you simply, obviously you insert this into your ear canal, but you want to make sure that it's in the right ear. So you have that little fold in your ear, what I'm talking about? It's right above your ear canal towards the front, right? You take this and then you rotate it in the correct side of your ear, so this rotates in the front. So this one right here would be your left ear. You rotate it and it actually locks it into place with that little canal that you have in the front of your ear. And once you have them in each one, they're locked in there pretty tight. They're not going anywhere. I haven't had any slip, nothing kind of move or come out. And it's great because with these, you get the electronic hearing protection, but without the fear of opening up that ear cup and allowing noise in. So what I'm talking about when you put your face on the stock, right? You have your cheek well going and maybe you move just a little bit and it lifts up your ear pro. So if you're using something that's, typical like this, see on the bottom, these are kind of cut out right here. These are also Earmor, but they're over the ear, obviously. But still, if you push up on this, it kind of pushes out that ear cup just a little bit and allows all that noise inside, and it can kind of surprise you. With these, you don't have to worry about it. You get the electronic hearing protection. You can hear everything that you want underneath, I think it's 85 decibels. So 85 decibels and below, you hear things just like perfect, right? Once the sound gets above that 85 decibels, that's when it cuts off sound altogether and gives you that hearing protection that you want, where you're not gonna, blow out your eardrum. So again, they're perfect because they don't mess with your cheek weld. They're not going to come out. They're not going to move or, you know, shake or nothing like that. They're just going to stay in there, and you can move your face wherever you want, and your electronic hearing protection is sitting right there, right where it's supposed to be. And I like the fact that these fit in your ear without having to put something big or bulky over your head. Now, I apologize, I forgot to mention battery life, which is extremely important for something like this. The battery life on these is 8 hours, so you get 8 hours of use out of these. Now, I haven't had to do a full charge because if I'm done with a range day, maybe I'm out 5-6 hours. These things are still going strong, and what I do is I just take them and I put them right back in the case, and they charge up, no problem. So we put it in the case like that. You'll see the power that we have on the case. It shows just one light remaining, so we're gonna have to charge that up. Put in the other one, and then you'll also notice that we have now red charging indicators on the earbuds themselves. So only one little power light remaining right there, and the 2 charging lights. So basically you just take them like that, let them charge up, close the case, and throw them in your range bag, and they will be fully charged by the next time you actually use them. So again, I need to charge this one up myself, but you get several charges out of it. I haven't charged this box since the very first time, and I've probably charged these things more than twice at least. So they, you know, charges them up a couple times and gives you plenty of use out of them. So it's really, really cool. Now, I should also mention that I've seen these in 3 different colors. I don't know if these are the only 3 colors, but I've seen them in black. We have the flat dark earth that you're looking at right here, and they also come in OD green. So the 3 major colors are covered there. Again, I don't know if they have other colors, but those are the 3 that I've seen. And they do their job. I mean, I'm really happy with them so far. You know, they keep the things quiet that you want to keep quiet, and they allow you to hear everything else that you want to hear. All that ambient noise is amplified and put in your ear, so you can hear people talking, you can hear animal noises, you can hear, you know, all of the little things, almost like superhuman hearing. So they work really well, and they do what they're supposed to do. And you know, the fact that they're small enough to be convenient and, you know, not really obtrusive at all makes them, I think, a great choice, and they're not going to break the bank. So the Earmor M20 so far get a thumbs up from me, and I'll continue to use them. You guys will see them in future videos, and maybe, you know, several months down the line or a half year down the line, I'll review them again to see how well they're doing down there. So anyway, I want to thank you all very much for watching. I would not mind a like if you guys want to give this video a like, and subscribe if you wouldn't mind as well. I want to thank you all very much for watching. Take care.